Bwana Kampala! Karuka Sita! Ali live mu Kampala! Muchakecha concert au kuhuma showground na 17 November 2023. Shilingi mtwale bili VIP mtwale 5 ate mezi ya milioni 2 ate wogula mangu wale badi etikiti ya mtwalo gumu tebo kufuna tiketi ya chekecha nika kamunye nyemu 85 kamunye mwenda kadala nyingi za merchant code nyasa 5 msamvu mwenda nyamusamvu hawo ngori muchakecha wacheke beautiful Karuka Sita slender small mama sita baby mama Uma showground 17 November twagala bi brandi baby ebyakola sente biwaza kimuchoka abasajja twabava kwadda bakulabye bayagala buli kiseera bafuna banyazala abambaine banyazala mwenda Karuka Sita live in concert Chakecha concert Uma showground 17 November hakutosibwako Victoria University.
Oh my! Angende wano ku company webasoloza sente zange zabapangisa kufuna kasente. Jibele kusaba.
Kali nyabo.
Company yasolozanga amayumba yalagawa.
Bava oda naye puli alina kuzina abantu bakozesa Wamato Estates Management.
Wanji. Wawe nyabo. Katubanjulire wa Wamato Estates Management. Abasangibwa Natete Makai Road ku roundabout ya Mwana Mujimo. Basobola okudabiriza ennyumba zo, basobola okusololeza abapangisa. Toddamu na kwemenyera abapangisa abatasasula mbudde. Ate gwe ayagala okuzimba essimu okuba kuzino wammanga. Wammasebo bakakase.
Faba Wamato Estates Management Uganda Limited bokulagana naffe tugenda kwejjusa.
Wamato Estates Management.
You'd struggle to get a Ugandan song on a playlist. It was Afrigo, Chameleon and Bebe Cool came in 2001. There was Ragadi, there was Richard Kawesa, and then you go back to Congo, you go to South Africa, you go to America, you go to UK. Mid 2000s, Ugandan music turned up their game. At the time when radio and Weasel were the peak of their powers, you could have the top 10 songs, top 20 songs, and they're all Ugandan. The quality was good. Along the way, quality started degenerating. But also, maybe, I wouldn't say degenerating, became stagnant. As it became stagnant, Nigeria, which invested heavily in their arts and culture, remember the movies, that's when the
Aki and Popo.
And now Nigerian arts, they were moving up, their music was coming, and as we turn into 2010 onwards, Nigerian music is on top. It's not by mistake. They've invested in quality. All these guys that you've seen here in the top 20, none of them has ever come here knocking on the door. None of them has ever gone to parliament saying that Nigerian music should play on Ugandan radio. No, because Ugandans, they have access to quality stuff. If you are speaking to an audience which knows what is good for them and you want to appeal to them and keep their attention, you have to give them what is quality. If you don't, they will move on.
Because you answered what I was going to ask, that if Davido has never come here to ask you to play his music, Asake, Rema and all those people, then why are you playing the music?
And I don't think Rema has been all over the world saying his song Calm Down. I mean, Calm Down has just been in the top 10 of all the Billboard charts across the world.
Yeah.
And just dropped.
He was actually performing at the Ballon d'Or ceremony just last week.
Did he go there? Did he go to Nigerian Parliament to push him for Ballon d'Or?
No.
Yeah, let's focus on quality.
Be guided.
Quality will take you. Quality will open doors for you.
So
I can tell you, you can't legislate tastes and preferences.
So Kokademu, that's a tweetable tweet. So Kokademu,
you can't legislate tastes and preferences.
Are you a Ugandan in the diaspora, working and residing in Canada, America, Germany, Sweden, UK, Denmark, working 2 to 3 jobs to survive while working extremely long hours, including weekends and special holidays, with no time to enjoy family? Here's your grand opportunity. Introducing to you a work-from-home online business with just your phone, laptop, and stable internet as you enjoy family time and still make millions online. You don't need any expertise when our professionals are on standby to take you through step by step. To find out more on how to work online, log on to www.jemimamirembe.com or WhatsApp and call +44 794 9011 033. Facebook is Jamie DE Mentor.
Owaye, angende wano ku company we basoloza sente zange z'abapangisa kufuna kasente. Jibere kusaba.
Kali nyabo.
Company yasolozanga amayumba yalagawa.
Baavaawo dda naye mpulira nnaku zino abantu bakozesa Wamato Estates Management.
Wangi, waawe nyabo. Katubanjulire Wamato Estates Management. Abasangibwa Natete Makai Road ku roundabout ya mwana mujimo. Basobola okuddabiriza ennyumba zo, basobola okusololeza abapangisa. Toddamu na kwemenyera abapangisa abatasasula mu budde. Ate gwe ayagala okuzimba essimu okuba ku zino wammanga. Wamma ssebo bakakase.
Faba Wamato Estates Management Uganda Limited bw'okolagana naffe tugenda kwejjusa.
Wamato Estates Management.
Yes, welcome to yet another edition of Kasuku Live. Today I'm with I'm trying to find the right one. I'm trying to find with the boss. I want to be like Spyro. Yeah. I'm with my guy. You know. So if you ask me who's your guy, is my guy. But I'm with Joseph Beyanga. Most of you know him as Joe Walker. He's the head of radio at Nation Media Group, and he's the Secretary General of National Association of Broadcasters, NAB. NAB chechiline chitwala those with radios, TVs, naffe fenyini aba YouTube fenna tulyomu. And our president is Irumba Andrew. Independent digital online journalists association.
It sounds like a circle.
Yeah, it was a
merger of different
associations, but it is a product of what they say the
easiest way I remember the name of the association is Nanduja, because it's Induja.
Wow. Exactly. So, Joseph, how are you?
I'm very well, sir. Good to see you. You're sounding very different in English.
Someone told me, Kasuko Monondo Yakusika, you're negative. You don't believe that a man of my stature,
your caliber.
Yes. But anyway, regardless, we move.
I believe in you.
Oh, thank you. Actually, very important. You see, there are signs you see that next year this one when you begin hearing such a statement,
I believe in you.
You believe, I believe in you, you know.
Is this what is this what they call Oruseki?
Okay, you know what? In my weirdest dreams, I didn't know you knew the word. I'm actually shocked you know the word Oruseki. Anyway, today we are going to talk NAB and musicians. I hosted the Rumba and he was very bitter. Told me that Shiba came to a meeting dressed anyhow. She came late, sat cross-legged, began airing her things. The ED left. By the way, there's someone I met. Here, Yangamba, like where the ED was pissed. Like the lady just came, she's anyhow, and the chick left. She's like, watcha.
Which lady?
The one of UCC.
Oh.
At that, why are you part of that meeting?
No, there've been several meetings, very many meetings. If you want to know the origin of these musicians and NAB and UPRC, it goes way back the days of James Waswa. But the more recent ones is when COVID.
Yeah.
And the time when there was so many handouts. And I think handouts is a more appropriate word. Handouts and the musicians went to General Sale. And they were saying that, the radios and TVs are playing their music and we are not paying them. And then the whole conversation.
Oh,
yeah.
So
that's how we ended up in Guru.
Oh, because I was asking myself, how did you guys end up in Guru?
Yeah, so in Guru it was a meeting between the Minister of Gender, the UPRS, Minister of Justice, and NAB. And Sari was just the one who was the mediator.
Was the mediator. Yeah. But did it bear fruits?
It did.
Because when you mention the people there, those are the same people that are needed to harmonize the industry. The moment you have a table that has the Justice Ministry, the Gender Ministry, the UPRS, the musicians, and the media, then you have everything you need to find an amicable solution.
I think we did. We had a very long meeting, which I think we signed the MOU close to 10 p.m. in the night, and the meeting had started around midday. Yes, because we finished the first round and we had to go and the lawyers go and read the law and come do their drafts. Then we discuss the draft. Then people can disagree on the is and was. And eventually we agreed. And really, there was nothing major to say that it was introduced. What came out was an agreement on the fee to be paid. And
that is all.
Because we've never... The media has never refused to pay for copyright. Never, not a single day. People may fail to pay, but it's not that we don't agree. No, we agree. We are in the business of content and we respect copyright. So we always pay for copyright.
So it is a scenario of desire and ability.
Yes.
The desire to pay is there. The ability also was.
So that's, when we were on the journey back, in the middle of the lockdown, and you had to get all these clearances, and we were like, come on guys, what was new? What was hard? This has always been our position. We changed nothing.
I think because the biggest issue I have now is with musicians. I think they were not as informed, and then UPRS, the days of Wasura, was a bit distant from its first clients, the musicians. From the people it represents. So maybe the musicians were not well informed about media paying for their music or their...
I think, even when I remember the people who were in that room in Guru and the people who I saw in Parliament the other day, I think musicians have other issues to deal with, not the media. I think they need to first of all organize themselves. Right now, you can easily reach the media because we have an organization that puts us together, including the online people. But now, if you want musicians, how do you reach them? How many associations are there?
They have Ugandan Musicians Association, they have their federation.
And how many people belong to them?
Everybody is spread across now.
So now, there's no way you can fight for your position when you're not united. Because what they're fighting for, on top of how much and how many songs play on, people will struggle to hear you. Because, even the ones who are fighting, others have their own interests. People are using them, others are abusing them, and then at the end of the day, they give them handouts and they think that people are interested in them. No, I think they need to unite, have one strong federation which brings together all the associations and speak with one clear voice that is respected. They need to get some respect in the association, and that will make it easier for them to push their argument.
So after the meeting in Guru, now how do you guys end up at Parliament again?
So Parliament, the musicians went to Parliament. They petitioned the speaker that we actually. I think there were so many issues but the issues which they actually talked to us about, if I may just refer to their document, was give me a second. Was the issue of airplay and
bayinza okukuwaayiriza you are a hater totwagala.
No. The issues that we were summoned about was the percentage of local content broadcast by radio and TV stations, enforcement measures against broadcasters who use pirated content, and then other matters in or not included in the petition. So basically copyright and the issue of airplay. So now when we went to Parliament and the MPs were asking us, saying, the musicians are saying you are not playing their music.
Their music.
I said, and whose music are we playing then? If you go to the regulations that guide us from our regulator, UCC, broadcasters are required to have 70% local content. And 70% local content doesn't mean 70% local music. No. When Malone is on the air talking, that's local content. When I'm running news, that's local content. When I'm running adverts, that's local content. I can as well run all that minus their music.
So let us. I think kati tutandisolo okuyiga because abantu twogera nga tutegeera bulungi bye twogera. 70% local content includes programming. The programming includes program yennyini yowuliriza. Amawulire, music, and what else?
And any other information. I mean, a president's speech. If a president's speech runs for 2 hours, that's part of local content. Except if the president is not local.
That is not local content.
It's local content. It's the president of Uganda.
Exactly.
So that's local content.
That's part of local content.
Wow. So basically.
So even when they're asking, even if we want music, even if they say if you play only 10 songs, and even if we say let's go for 70%, there are even challenges. Let's talk about a radio station that is more music. You'll be looking at KFM Capital, if I'm talking about the English station. KFM Capital, Sanyo, Radio 1. And you are looking to give them 70% local music. My brother, you'll be struggling. Except if you want to play one song the whole day.
How is that?
How many quality songs do we have? On average, an hour takes between 10 and 12 songs. That's, if you are running news and adverts and all that, you feed it up with 12 songs. So of the 12 songs, take out 7 to be local. And you are talking about an urban station. How many quality songs do you have to fill up the 24 hours a day?
I want us to, Joe, I want us to move
to
move slowly. To move slowly because this is now a very pertinent issue. It gets down to, for starters, Ngabagami, it's an urban station.
Yes.
Urban station programming it, what is its programming? Yagalachi. So we say they want urban artists, local artists that are doing urban music. For example, Navio. For example, Epas, Figfa Maker, Monji, and all those people. Now you're saying from all those people, you can't get 7 songs per hour.
You need 168 songs per day.
168 songs per day. If we are to go by the 7,
7 for 24 hours.
Yeah, 7 songs per hour.
These things, we need to take feelings out of them and address issues. Let me give you a simple facts of what's trending at the moment. if you may look.
Yeah, we know.
This is what is trending, the top 200 songs trending on Shazam in Uganda. You have them here. How many are Uganda?
Number one is Believe, Dax Vibes, Beyanga, Pretty, Fefe Busi. The third song is Food de Toi. That is Rwanda. Banner Boy comes next, Tested, Approved, and Trusted. Then Sugar Mama, Joylanda.
That's Uganda.
Those are three. Then Tyler, then like Ice Spice, Babylon Patoranking.
Okay, that's Shazam. Let's
then
go.
Banana Jose Chameleon remix.
Let's go to iTunes. The trending songs. Top 100
in Uganda.
Number one.
Tested, Approved, and Trusted. Ngozi. Lonely at the Top. City Boys, that's Banner Boy again. Ole. Feel. So for the first 9 songs, there is no Ugandan. Pretty, Fefe Busi is the one that comes at number 10.
Should we continue?
Then at 14, Believe, Dax Vibes, and Vinka. Then Salary comes at number 19, Yuga Boys.
That's iTunes.
Then Azawi and Conscience, 23, Samabe. So for the top 20, we have only 3 songs.
Do you still want me to take you slowly? So when we talk about, I can tell you, because I've been in this industry for some time. In 2000, you'd struggle to get a Ugandan song on a playlist. It was Afrigo, Chameleon and Bebe Cool came in 2001. There was Raggedy. There was Richard Kawesa, and then you go back to Congo, you go to South Africa, you go to America, you go to UK. Mid 2000s, Ugandan music turned up their game. At the time when radio and Weasel were the peak of their powers, you could have the top 10 songs, top 20 songs, and they're all Ugandan. The quality was good. Along the way, quality started degenerating. But also, maybe, I wouldn't say degenerating, became stagnant. As it became stagnant, Nigeria, which invested heavily in their arts and culture, remember the movies, that's when the
Aki and Popo.
And now Nigerian arts, they were moving up, their music was coming, and as we turn into 2010 onwards, Nigerian music is on top. It's not by mistake. They've invested in quality. All these guys that you've seen here in the top 20, none of them has ever come here knocking on the door. None of them has ever gone to parliament saying that Nigerian music should play on Ugandan radio. No, because Ugandans, they have access to quality stuff. If you are speaking to an audience which knows what is good for them and you want to appeal to them and keep their attention, you have to give them what is quality. If you don't, they will move on. Because
you answered what I was going to ask, that if Davido has never come here to ask you to play his music, Asake, Rema, and all those people, then why are you playing the music?
And I don't think Rema has been all over the world saying his song Come Down. I mean, Come Down has just been in the top 10 of all the Billboard charts across the world.
Yeah.
And it's just dropped.
He was actually performing at the Ballon d'Or ceremony just last week.
Did he go there? Did he go to Nigerian Parliament to push him for Ballon d'Or?
No.
Yeah, let's focus on quality.
Be guided.
Quality will take you. Quality will open doors for you.
So
I can tell you can't legislate tastes and preferences.
Soko kademu. That's a tweetable tweet. Soko kademu.
You can't legislate tastes and preferences.
So Jose, what is when we talk about quality, we keep telling musicians quality when nyimba zamwe. Now you as a programmer or a musician there, when you say quality, what do you mean?
The sound. How does the song sound? How that goes into the production. It goes into the singing, the voices. It goes into the mastering. Are all those things synced properly? Are they rhyming? Are they in a harmony? And if I'm playing a song next to Luther Vandross, if I'm playing a song next to Chris Brown, Justin Bieber, are they syncing? Or are they fighting each other? Because I can't come from a very high quality. Remember, listeners will listen in or tune out depending on the quality of what is on their radio set. If one song comes and they have to reduce the volume, another one comes, they have to increase, they will go.
Yeah.
So your quality has to be up to a certain standard. Look, these computers that we use are the same computers they use in the USA. They're the same computers they use in Nigeria. It's the same technology. It's just how we use it. So it has to be quality sound. If it's the singing, please sing. Don't shout at us. People want somebody who is singing to them. And if you are talking about content, let it have meaning. Is it relatable? Are you singing about things which we can identify with, or you are just singing? There's a song which trended most, and MP gave us an example. He was in Ethiopia attending a conference, and there were many people from across the world. And at the end of the conference, you know how these conferences end, and there's an after party, and they tend to play popular songs from every country. So the DJ throws Okwe Picha.
Uganda.
And when it was time for the Ugandans, this is the MP telling us a story. Then in Addis Ababa, and then the DJ threw in Okwe Picha. So the people were asking. So when you play a song, you'd come and explain what the song means.
Oh my goodness!
So for a radio station that is family friendly like KFM,
we don't play such.
Molondo, how are you going to explain Okwe Picha to your audience? So it's. Let's talk about content. You know, we looked at the songs which are trending. You know what Burna Boy is singing about. He's talking about tested, approved, and trusted. I've not gone into the details of the lyrics and all that, but I'm sure it is something inspirational. What are you singing about? I can see you scratching your head.
I'm listening to you. Why I want this conversation is you are putting things into context.
Can I say something?
Yes.
So for me, at Katolu Wama's funeral service at National Theatre, Alex Mukulu talked about something, and he was trying to inspire us. He said, we sing about very simplistic things that a person in Kenya, Rwanda, Tanzania cannot relate to. So maybe that's why we like these people's music, because they sing on global things. So when you see Burna Boy, even the way he names him like the African giant, you know.
I mean, you talked African giant, you reminded me Sauti Sol, live and die in Africa. We are proud of who we are.
Yeah. But we played Black, Yellow, Red for
when Black, Yellow, Red, you know.
So for me, I think beyond musicians, even people in content, we need to do stuff that transcends our own boundaries.
Yeah.
So I get happy when you see a DM, like for example, me, when we get a DM saying, I'm in like California, I'm an American, but I love you guys. Because someone in the US is also relating to your content. Yeah. So the question we need to ask is, can our artists transcend borders? And I think they can. Nero kubatu ina this spirit, nze noza chidemon.
You know,
twagala nyo okwesiba ku buntu obutayina consequences. Okay, inconsequential, you know. So even people are going to see this video and say, "Oh, But those are the facts.
No, you know, Ugandan musician, and I'm quoting the LPs, one of them saying, you disagree with somebody today, the following day the song is released and it's about you.
About you.
How can that... I remember a time 2011, 2012, 2013, I was working in Nairobi. And one of the biggest songs which was trending was Chameleon, Varu Varu. That song was cutting across the borders. Radio and Weasel, Potential. Because the song is talking about you have potential in you. So talking about the content that cuts across the borders, and the other thing which came with the playing 90% of Ugandan music. Somebody said, now if we play 90% Ugandan music, it means we are legislating to close other people out of our market. So do we still have aspirations of going out of Ugandan borders.
Because for us, we have closed ourselves here.
They will also shut
and
us
we
out.
locked out other people.
What if they retaliate? Where will we go? You know, just to explain a bit of the borders. Away from Nigeria, Uganda is the next big market for Nigerian music. Yeah. And back home, and you know, this should really be painful to every Ugandan. Back home, apart from oil, music, arts and entertainment is one of the biggest forex earners for Nigeria.
It's the second biggest.
So that tells you that there's so much, and we have guys here who are talented.
Yes.
Our musicians are talented. I can go through the list of the top guys at the moment who are singing urban, you know, Ugandan music. Waiki Benda, Rema Namakura, Irene Tare, the B2C Boys, Chameleon, Bebeku, the Principal. You know, you can go. Oh, sorry, Bobby White,
King Saha.
King Saha, A-Pass,
Karokasi.
You can
Winnie
Nakanwaji, Joshua Baraka. You know, you can Joshua Baraka coming through, Azawi, Elijah Chitaka. All these kids who are coming through, Vinka, they have potential to sing on African stage. And by the way, guys who are in the arts, who are in the business of making music, at the moment, if you are following the global trends, Africa is the king. So if you want to position yourself to take share of the pie, are currently trending on the global stage, put out good quality. People will look for you. There's a song that is trending from Zambian boys. The dope Zambian boys. Have you ever heard of them?
No.
I saw it trending, and it's last week it was in the top 10. And these kids, you people, there's market.
So naye kati Beyanga chogamba nti kati temugenda kuzanya nyimba z'abana Uganda.
No, we are playing.
What? So paint a picture for us right now. What is happening? Say on KFM. How much Ugandan music is played?
At the risk.
Because you are the boss here.
At the risk of revealing trade secrets.
Without revealing. Kubanga abantu bawuliza radio.
I'll not give you the.
Don't give us the.
I'll give you the numbers because I believe in numbers. I don't want to just spew nonsense.
Mwami Kasuku, are you still okay?
When you are all Zoom, we're talking down. But it's learning because we have spoken about these things and people have said I'm a hater. Yeah. Now we are talking with the figures, not just
numbers. Don't lie.
iTunes wali never wonga never wumura.
So now, if I go to the songs which, like on high rotation, we have different categories. So high rotation, I can count for you Ugandan. Out of 14, 8 are Ugandan.
High rotation.
High rotation.
What does high rotation mean?
These are songs which play at least 4 times a day.
What?
Yep. If you go to the category next to that, but let me go to the
and these are from requests. People requesting
these are
song.
songs which are new, trending, and requested. So we use many platforms.
And
plus,
8 of them are Ugandan.
Yes. Plus, we do our own internal research. The songs people like, we don't just put songs we want.
Yes.
It's not about.
Otherwise, we would be listening to jazz all day.
Yeah, I mean, some of us will be playing Hill songs morning to evening.
Yes.
But it's not about us. It's about the people we serve. If you come to the new songs, the songs which have.
It's not about you.
Yeah. It's about what people want.
Yeah.
Or Chidavye.
I'll take it.
So out of the 18 new songs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 out of 18.
And Uganda. Half of those. Despite the fact that it's a good section of Ugandans are streaming Nigerian. Remember that bit of the iTunes. But because we do more extensive research, we don't serve people who are only online. We serve people online, who are on radio, who are everywhere. So our audio, our research is wider than just the online trends. So people are looking for quality. Give me quality stuff.
it will play.
There's
I normally tell people who come, there are people who normally come around that they are pushing their songs. And I encourage them, because one of the things I've spent in this industry is one musician I respect, and I'll mention his name, Bebe Cool. Bebe Cool will release the song if he doesn't drive and bring it here himself. Himself. He will send me a text saying, Kleberson is bringing the song. He has done that for the time he entered the industry up to now.
Even now, he still
does it. If he doesn't show up himself, he will say, Kleberson is coming.
Wow.
So
and that is the difference.
He will bring the song and he will tell you, Luno, and he will tell you, this one I'm targeting this audience.
So he breaks down for you.
You also know where to put it as a program.
Because as a content creator, he knows the audience he sings for.
So Bebeko brings a song, it tells you, this is the title, this is why I did this is its target audience.
Kanoka dance hall. Kanoka mkwano. Another person doing that is White Bender. They spend their time, they come here, and they don't just drop in. No, the guy will call you, say, I'm coming. And then there are other musicians, I can't go breaking down all their names. They will call you, they say, I'm working on this song. I'm yet to master this. Do you have a second? We come and listen through. Does it fit with your audience? And you advise? Because see, we need to understand the whole ecosystem of the industry you operate on. You don't go there and you sit in the studio, and you put out the song and you think it's going to work. And some will work, others may not work. So let's there's a statement that Molodo made some time back. Understand the business of your business.
There are two things I want to conclude
with.
I saw there's a Rwandese musician that has a song with Shaggy. When he was talking about Africa being the new market, you imagine there's a Rwandese artist with a song with Shaggy. But just by saying Shaggy, exactly. And actually, one of the top songs in Africa now.
It's trending.
Belongs to a Rwandese.
In Uganda,
yes,
it's trending at number 11 on Shazam. When she's around, Funga Macho,
Bruce Melody and Shaggy.
That's it.
Then they have that song, Food
de moi.
Soko Kogere. Emeka will say it. Emeka will say it.
But look here, that song is big. It was number 1 at some point. Katuku Shazam, it is number 3.
It's been around for over 6 months. I think it could be entering 8 months. It's still on number 3 on Shazam in Uganda, and it's still number 8 on iTunes in Uganda.
Food de toi. And that explains why you
know what food de toi means?
No.
Crazy in love.
Crazy in love.
Yeah.
So that explains why you see Trace Awards moving to Rwanda. And those guys usually used to come here.
So which year did they come here?
Trace Awards. They've never been here.
Mama Awards.
Mama Awards were supposed to happen last year.
No, the year before.
Yes,
that was before COVID. So we just need to follow trends. There's a time when MTV was putting so much attention here.
Yeah.
That's when.
And we didn't capitalize enough.
Our content was moving.
There's something that spiked this discussion when we were on air was coming and Bamutu Tedda was playing, and he was giving me an example that now, apart from the words in the song, what else is Ugandan about Bamutu Tedda? When Nigeria came here to eat into our market, what did we do? We chose to be Nigerian.
Yes.
Chokanga eri bali batwagala as Ugandan. Now we chose to be Nigerian. All our beats, even the way we sing these days, because he was giving me that example.
They've colonized us.
The beats are not Ugandan. You
They've
get
colonized
it? So how do you expect West Africa to buy into you when you want to beat them at their own game, which you can't?
You know, when you get time, and Alex Mukuri is your good friend, you should go and talk to him about the history of African sound. How rumba what we knew as rumba, the one in the 60s and 70s, how it's influencing Nigerian music at the moment, and why it would take some time for another African group to be as strong as Nigeria. He will explain it better than I can attempt. But if you trace a bit of that, then you'll know why Afrigo has staying power and why we still enjoy Phil Tyer's music to date.
Oh my, sema timba.
It's the same sound. It's the same sound.
Wow.
I hope to West Side now Muluzungu.
Yeah. So I want to hope people who are listening, take them of your nice. We have an identity problem here, and the moment we identify, the faster we identify, the better, because we are doing what other people are doing, and unfortunately, other people are doing it better than us. And by the way, speaking of that, that is the same sound Joba Doyogera Kede influencing Kenzo Jarim, and for him he's trying to do it a little bit better. That is when you hear his music,
Agata,
you can you hear the instruments very well, and you know most of those things, and I think that is the difference.
And he gives his albums titles like Born in Africa.
Mugezi.
Mugezi Nyo. So guys, just as you,
he's identifying with the bigger African picture.
That's it. That's why he has set out concerts in West Africa. As you wrap it up, guys, remember one thing that will take you beyond NLO. Quality.
Yeah. So there's quality, there's a good song and a popular song. A popular song, like Brian said, could be bubblegum. But a good song will embed the lyrics, the sound, the instrument, and of course the African bit of, everything. I hope you guys have learned something. It's a discussion we can honestly have over the years. The reason why I wanted to have it with him is at least for him, you won't say he's biased. Yokati yayimba ne bimulema. Yokati yabera ba
promoter
inaba ayagala. So it kind of gives you a clear picture of what you should do. I know this discussion is going to be picked to so many TVs and radios. People are going to discuss this, but I think as you move to discuss, don't watch to reply. Watch
to understand.
Until next time.
Ngoluzungu olutamu.